What's up, y'all? This is your man Gerard B. Happy to be here with y'all for another G Talk on Gerard B TV. First off, shout y'all out, all the gang. Much appreciated, man. Y'all rocking with your boy, and I'm rocking with y'all. Roll the 2K, man. End of February, baby. We got 14 days left, so we got to get moving. And just like Ian Rapoport dropped the other day, Washington, it sounds like they trying to get moving. He said there's gonna be fireworks, and he meant it. He meant it. He said no smoke involved with Ian Rapoport. He ain't talking about small moves out here from Adam Peters. Because when a GM is under pressure, and he is under pressure, y'all, he is under pressure. When a rookie QB window is shrinking, and his rookie QB window is shrinking, and when you got potentially over $100 million to spend, I'm gonna show you how you can get to that. You ain't gotta tweak the roster. You don't detonate the market. But today, we breaking down exactly what these fireworks could look like. Maybe some trades, the spending spree, what potential draft situation we looking like. Man, look, we about to go all in on this one right here. Quick 30-minute hit for y'all, man. So sit back, relax. Hey, man, let's vibe, man. Let's vibe. Because if you love this command, this chaos, hit that subscribe button, man. Hit that subscribe button because we trying to get there. We covering everything, every room, every signing, every move. Soon as free agency get popping, we ready. Soon as the draft coverage get popping, we ready, man. It's the place to be. So get with your boy. Get with your boy. So to understand the fireworks, right, we got to understand where we come from. From NFC title game to 5-win disaster. We not reliving that. I ain't even about to put y'all through that. But that right there don't create patience, man. It creates straight up urgency. And at the center of it right now, it's AP. He can't do a slow rebuild no more. It's not, you can't sell that to the fan base anymore. Especially with the previous win now moves we've tried. With Marshawn Lattimore, who was a cap cut that's coming up, 18.5 milli. We're going to show you on that. Because I was playing around with a little GM simulator. Keep telling y'all I like to put the hat on. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to show y'all what I cooked up a little bit at the end of the vid. Let me know how y'all feeling about it. And obviously, our draft capital is thin. Free agency really becomes our main weapon. And that kind of goes against the vein of what he talked about as far as how he's trying to build a team. That leaves the one reality that we got to face. We got to spend that money. We got to spend that money. And with Jayden Daniels, the clock is ticking before you got to spend that bag on him. Okay? His rookie contract, we halfway through that. We ain't really waste the first year. We got to see what he was. He was the franchise. Okay. We almost got to the big dance. Second year, wasted. We wasted the second year. That's unacceptable. And ownership is on their ass. Like, look, bro, we got a good thing going. We got the stadium coming. We getting all this good press. You got to protect the franchise, man. You got to arm him. You got to make sure we ready to win now. Build up this thing the right way. You ain't going to be able to do it how you always done it, so you got to do it a different way. And we got over $100 million in cap space. That's not flexibility. Mo, that's a war chest. You understand something? That's a war chest, brother. Like, we can reshape our roster overnight. We can reshape our roster overnight. We basically got a blank check. Adam Peters, that's who we is. It's Adam Peters. It's not me or you. But we gonna play the game. We're gonna play the game. But Adam Peters' job could be dependent on how he uses his bread, man. Because think about it. You got the bag right now. You got the bag. You got the man. You got the young coaches. They need the talent on the roster. So let's start with the defensive revolution. Revolution. Let's talk about it. Because the defense collapsed crazy bad. I mean, so we got to rebuild this thing aggressively. And I know y'all heard Devontae Jones' presses. And I know you might have peeped him on NBC4 with JP Finley. I always rock with that guy. And then, I was checking out Lou the other night. He was talking about that hopium. And I'm like, yeah, I want some of that hopium in me. You know what I'm saying? So he got me. I got bit. You know what I mean? So, and Devontae said we got to cast a wide net. And I'm like, okay. So we got to start an edge rusher. We got to get ourselves a tone setter. Okay, we might as well just say we keeping DA on the roster, correct? You with me on that so far? But we still need a young dog out there, somebody with speed, power, and disruption. Maybe somebody like Odafe Owe or somebody like that. You know, it's gonna be a little expensive, but we gonna show you. We gonna show you. Just wait till the end of the vid. Keep watching. We gonna get there. But this is definitely necessary, bro. Right. We also got to get a defensive quarterback. We got to get that linebacker, a Devin Lloyd, especially if Jacksonville can't retain his rights, which I don't think they're going to be able to. He's going to be our big fish on defense. That's going to be our big splash. I need that to be the priority free agent because I keep telling you, man, with Devontae defense, you want somebody to be able to go sideline to sideline, front and back, reading, being able to undercut the quarterback passes and things like that. Come on, man. Instant upgrade. He got instincts, range, leadership. We need that in that room, especially with a young Jordan McGee. Then you got him being able to talk to the young bull, Johnny Newton, okay, when we doing these multiple fronts, being all multiple and whatnot. That's what we looking for. We need a leader. We need a guy with the antennas. He able to do that. We need that, okay? And when we talking about defensive end, okay, like we need someone, again, to be able to put hands on Bammers. Hands on Bammers. Because pressure means nothing if you can't cover, right? So, and I still need pressure. I still need pressure. I still need it. But it means nothing if you can't cover. So you got Trey Amos and Mikey Sanders still back there. With an elite running mate, let's say like a Tariq Woolen or a Jalen Watson. Spend the money, AP. Spend the money. Okay? Give me one or two of them. Now, I don't need both of them. Just give me one. Give me one and then go give me a low-hanging fruit. Bring back Noah I. Boom. Give me that. Because turnovers, they change the game. Slipping the field, that's changing the game. Do you understand? I think Devontae might be able to speak life in Naquan Martin. I think he might be able to bring us something we haven't seen from Mikey Sanders still since Michigan. Just a straight dog. He's a turnover machine right now. But you might be able to unleash that man, and that man might be able to trigger, get some sacks, some fumbles, just be around the ball being a nuisance, a pest. That's what I want to see from Mikey. From a Trey Amos, you pair him with another alpha on the opposite end on the opposite side. Listen, the young boy, he ready. He was showing us something prior to him getting injured. He was showing us something prior to him getting this injured. And that's what I'm saying. The defense is going to look faster. It's going to look meaner, more opportunistic. But remember what Devontae said. Remember what Devontae said. It's not going to look the same as Minnesota. It's different talent over there. Now, and to Louis T's point, because he made this point, and I didn't think about this. When we got our asses beat by Minnesota, who were their like defensive Pro Bowlers? They didn't have any. Not for real. And when you think about that, you like, damn. So it's really the coaching. It's how they teaching these guys. Okay, so we got a teacher in the room. You see they bring in Eric Henderson. You see they brought in the LSU safeties coach, which is making me feel like we might be getting my boy at number 7. You know? Marshawn will have to come off there. He ain't gonna be here. But that number 2 jersey about to be looking real good on somebody else. But that's fireworks number 1 right there with the defense. Just AP. I'm saying, brother, 40 to 50 million on the defense alone. 40 to 50 million on the defense alone. And we're going to break down how these numbers going to look toward the end of the video once we get through all this contextualness. Stay with me. Rock with your boy, man. Hit that subby for you, man. Hit that notification bell as well. The next firework that's going to go off, man. Armin Jayden Daniels, man. Defense does win you championships and keeps you competitive in games, and ours has not done that. I can't tell you the last time our defense has won us a game. Can't. But QBs, if you ain't got a quarterback, you ain't got shit. And I'm going to sip on that. I'm serious about JD. That's my guy. But listen, you got to surround him with options. You got to surround him with options. I'm talking about you got bread, AP. You got bread. Is you going to throw the bag at Alec Pierce at 28 mil a year damn near? Because that's what the market looking like for your boy. That's top 5-ish receiver money for real. Woo, shit. Size and red zone presence, and he's a deep threat. He only caught 47 passes for a thousand yards. First 1,000-yard season. So we definitely betting on paying somebody for really one real good season of work. Of elite work, I should say. Because 21 yards per catch is crazy. It's not a boom or bust. We got a video coming up on Alec Pierce later on in the week for sure. How he fit with the squad and if we should take that gamble. Rashid Shaheed. I like that guy. Speed and versatility. I don't know if Seattle is bringing him back. If I was him, I'm trying to cash in. I'm trying to get a little bag. You might be able to get Rashid Shaheed anywhere from 12 to 15. Now, when I did my little GM joint, I got it for cheap. You know what I'm saying? The market really wasn't rocking with him, but hey, I don't make the rules. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to show y'all that list. I'm going to show y'all. I gave y'all a little sneak peek. I ain't mean to give you that. Or you could do the nuclear option with the receiving core. You can go crazy. You could just be like, look, JD, we're going to get you Brandon Ayuk, and we're going to bring back Debo. Man, that's crazy bold. I mean, it might work. I don't know. But if you do that, you got mad bread to spend elsewhere. I'm just saying. You bring in a super dope tight end like Kyle Pitts or, obviously I'm actually rooting for us to go more with an athletic mismatch tight end like a Chiga Okonkwo, somebody that run a 4.5. He ain't Kyle Pitts, but shoot, he might be able to block just a BB bit, stretch the field, create space, be the quarterback's best friend, and not be yapping because he ain't getting the ball. You get the bag, but you want the ball. Or you just don't disappear. That's important. That's important to think about because we need these options for JD. Because Ben Sinnott, again, I was rocking with Louis T. the other night. He was rocking. Ben Sinnott, I asked the question, what is he? What is he? Is he Kyle Juszczyk? Or is he Walmart grocery bagger Ben Sinnott? I mean, he got a degree, so, he'd be straight. But you know what I'm saying? Like, because he might, you get Ben Sinnott 30 catches, you don't need a Kyle Pitts level tight end. You give me Chiga Okonkwo. Give me another 50. Go crazy. Because he likes throwing them joints to the tight end. Now we got to see. But we do need to see in this new offense, like, where his favorite options are besides Terry McLaurin. Because your man David Blau said Terry getting 10 targets a game, and I was like, ooh, shit. Terry about to have 1,500 yards receiving, dog. Like, I'm about to go to MGM and drop that little quick 100 on that real quick, real quick. But moving on throughout the offense, you add yourself a veteran running back like a Travis Etienne, Just saying. We got the offensive line. You just got to re-sign. Extend Laramie Tunsil out. He what? 30, 31, give him a 4-year deal. Get him done. Something like 26, 27 a year. Get him done. What we holding on to the money for? It ain't yours. Spend it. I'm just saying, there's options out there, bro. Like, for us to really be able to build this roster and go crazy and then be walking into the draft like, hey, man, it's whatever. It's whatever. We can get whoever we want. Because if we skimp on a little bit here and skimp a little there, yeah. You might fuck around and get a Jeremiah Love. You might fuck around and get a Carnell Tate, a Caleb Downs. You might say, I'm not even drafting one of these young edges right now. I'll get one in the third round. Or maybe I'll trade back in the first, or maybe I'll trade my third and move back. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that third round pick gonna be, you know what I'm saying, definitely advantageous for a quick little move back, you know, real quick. Like, I've been doing a lot of mocks, buddy. Okay. A lot of mocks. I've been trying to win it. I've been trying to win. I just ain't been trying to have y'all looking at me lose. You know what I'm saying? When I do lose. But yeah. Back to the offense, man. My bad. I was rambling. After the offense after this spending spree, bro, and I'm talking another, like literally, if the defense cost you 40, you know what I'm saying? The offense gonna cost you another 40, bro. Straight up. Straight up. That's gonna make us much more deeper, much more dynamic, and that's how you maximize a rookie contract. Because you're looking at players that's on a similar time horizon as the kid, man. That's what you got to do. And then after free agency, that's when AP get to get in his biggie bag. But before we go there, I want y'all to hit that like, hit that subscribe. Told y'all, man, I'm serious about us getting there. We gonna get there. All right, we gonna be one of them ones. All right, but the work comes first. So let's get to the draft, draft day dilemma type, because hey, AP would have options with the offensive. If he spent the biggie bag like how I spent the biggie bag, AP would have options. AP would have mad options. Path A, you ain't going like this. Trade down, accumulate more picks, build depth, right? Behind these guys that you done signed to these contracts. That's logical. It's responsible. Something that we all should think about. Because like I said, you might not trade back out of 7, but you might trade out of your 71 pick, out of your 71st pick in the third round, which all of us on draft day gonna be hurt that day. Oh man, we gotta wait longer to draft. But you might come around, move back 2 spots, pick up another 5th. It'd be low hanging fruit. We ain't gonna know nothing until something happens. Or the path we all talking about, stay at 7 and take a blue chipper right off the bat. Win now, best player available, BPA, baby. And you know who the prospects are. And if you don't, I'm going to run them down. You got David Bailey, edge disruptor. You got a Ruben Bain. You got a Caleb Downs, super safety. Okay, you got a Carnell Tate, wide receiver extraordinaire, route runner. Looking like Devontae Adams out there with the routes. Looking like Justin Jefferson out there with the body control. Then you got Jeremiah Love. I'm gonna say he a Bijan Robinson type because I'm starting to feel like if we fill all these holes, the draft can become a luxury shopping opportunity, and that's how you build a team aggressively. Yeah, now let me show y'all what I ended up doing when I was cooking up as a GM. I found I was on Twitter and actually my man Dula Vision put a little link out to basically be your own GM of the Commanders, really any football team you want, man. So check me out what I cooked up right quick, man. I ain't trying to hold y'all too long. I ain't gonna hold y'all too long, but let me show y'all what I cooked up, man. All right, so the offseason moves I made, all right? Now, obviously, you got to make some more moves and fill out some of the back end roster players. That's not going to cost you much in the cap, but hey, I wanted to get the bulk of it done. All right, so the offseason moves I did for this iteration, I cut a player, I restructured the contract. I bet y'all can guess what those are because they're right there on the screen. So let's walk it down. I cut Marshawn, $18.5 million on the cap saved. Deron Payne, I restructured his contract, pushed him out plus a little void year, so $7.6 million on the joint. And this is how I got to the $111 million. Laramie Tunsil gave him a 5-year, $135 million contract. That fifth year is an option year. You know what I'm saying? 27.5 million, right? Made sure I got my kickers and my punters out the way. Got my quick extension with Traylon Burks. Okay, made sure to tender your man Chris Rodriguez, because C-Rod's a lifer here. I feel him. All right, so let's get to the fun part. So this is where the fun got started, man. All right. Now some of these contracts are a little light, I feel. I feel like I'm gonna have to, like, in real life, these joints might be a little bit more. But we was having fun. It's what, February 14th, bro. You know what I mean? You got Devin Lloyd. They got him 4 years. All right. At 12 million per. All right. I think they gave him another 10 million on the signing bonus or whatever. I got Chig Okonkwo for tight end. Greg Newsome for corner. Jalen Phillips as an edge. Travis Etienne as a running back. Rashid Shaheed, and I ended up getting Alec Pierce. Ended up drafting Caleb Downs. Got Derek Moore because I traded back. Traded back with I think that might have been the Saints. And they gave me 132 to trade back 2 spots. So I like bet. Give me Derek Moore and Harold Perkins. Help this defense out. Give me some young dogs on defense. Start filling behind some of the talent that we got. Also, I'm like, you know what? Gotta go wide receiver again. Gotta keep the cupboard going. Got Bryce Lance, right? Deep ball specialization there, whatever you want to call him. The better Lance brother. That's what I would call him. And then I don't know these diamonds right here at the end. I just was like, you know what? I need an offensive tackle, a guard, and I need somebody on the defensive line. So I just picked these diamonds at random right here at the end. But I want y'all to understand something, man. I did all that. Okay? And you can just kind of see how it slot the squad. You know what I'm saying? So now you're looking at this updated depth chart. Now, mind you, I'm gonna give you one caveat. It's not gonna have the draft picks on here, nor is it gonna have anybody. If you have more than 3 players on a position group, you will not see them on this squad. I couldn't pull Chig Okonkwo up to be the starting tight end. All right, so with our offense, let's start with the offense, man. Obviously, we got Jayden Daniels, a quarterback. Running back, Travis Etienne, backed up by Jacory. Now you got Travis and Bill. Talk about it. Jayden, Travis, and Bill. That's nasty, bro. That's nasty, bro. Then you got Terry McLaurin, Rashid Shaheed, Alec Pierce. You got the Lance brother. You got Jalen Lane, and you got your man Luke McCaffrey, Jacory Brooks, and you got the young cat that I just re-signed, Traylon Burks. That's a pretty damn good wide receiving core, if you ask me. Then at tight end, you got Chig Okonkwo, Ben Sinnott, John Bates, and Kosi Yankov. Okay, you know what the offensive line hitting on. You already know. So with that offense alone, bro, I'm going to be honest. Shit, we averaging 30 points a game, easy. I'm stamping it. That's 30 points a game right there, easy. Maybe 35. Fuck with me. Still got 20 million in the cap space, bro. Still got 20 million in cap space at the end of the day. Okay, let's move on to the defensive side of the ball. Okay, let's see what we did for Devontae, because I cooked up for D Blau. Blau in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? I did that. Now on the defensive side, you still got DA, you got Deron Payne, Javon Kinlaw, but we picked up a Jalen Phillips. Okay, I picked him over Adafe Elway. I don't remember why, but I did. Then you got Jazon Newton. You still got Frankie. You got Jordan McGee. You got Kane Madrano. And there you go. You got your man Devin Lloyd. Now, this is if we playing that 3-4 lineup as the base defense. If you switch that to a 4-3, you know, it's just a little different. It break out a little different. Oh, this one actually bringing the players. What's the name? That's dope. I guess we need to update. That's fire. Yeah. That's actually fire. It brought him in. Cool. So, as I was saying, you know what I'm saying? Because Derek Moore, Yeah, we can slide him up right here in front of Devontae Jean Baptiste. Oh, this fun now. Oh, we lit now. Oh, we lit. Oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? Bang, bang. Let me see. Right defensive end. You know, hey Javante. Javante, you slide right over there. Boom. Okay. Let me slide. Let me, you know what? Let me get it right. Bing. Let me just make it look like how it should look. Even though I still can't get my damn tight end in there. That's gonna piss me off. That's gonna piss me off that I can't get that tight end in there. Yeah, I don't want River Craycraft and none of that. Back up, my boy. All right, okay, all right. Yep, that's looking about right there. Boom, boom, boom. You got Greg Newsome. Yep, boom, boom, boom. We obviously would bring Harold Perkins up to here. Actually, that would be my bad. My bad. That would be Jordan. If we were doing it like that, I would have Harold above Ale Cahill. Yep, that's how that would work out. Obviously, Caleb Downs would start. Boom, boom. I would put, yeah, you know what? This would work for me. Had them two be interchangeable. Let me move Will Harris ahead of Tyler Owens. All right. Yup. There we go. There we go. Yup. Okay. You know, that'll work right now. Obviously, we still would need one more corner, I feel like, to go behind Mikey, because nah. Yeah, other than that, I think we cooked. You know what I mean? Still got 20 million in cap, so I probably could find me somebody to do work. So back to what we did. You got Derek Moore back there backing up DA. Javon Kinlaw, Deron Payne, Jazon Newton. You got Jalen Phillips. You got Javante Dean Baptiste backing him up. Frankie Louvu. You bringing in the young boys. You got Kay Madrano backing up Devin Lloyd. You got Jordan McGee starting. You got Harold Perkins Jr. backing him up. So you got a nice rotation of young backers. Okay, a nice rotation. And they're going to be hell on wheels on special teams. Okay, then you talk about the secondary. You got Trey Amos, Greg Newsom the second. You got Mikey, you got Quan, you got Caleb Downs. Okay, that man right there, that's your blue chipper. So now you got a quarterback of your defense. You got a Deron Payne that should be the best player on the defensive line. And then you got a Caleb Downs who should be the best player in the secondary, followed by Trey Amos. What are we doing here? I just think we cooked up, bro. I think we cooked up. What you would say, you? Y'all let me know in the comment section, man. I'm gonna run this joint back again and again and again. We gonna do this thing here. But yeah. So this offseason could define really the next 5 years, half a decade for the squad. Right up until we get up into the new stadium. And a disaster season, it would not end the story, but it would ignite it. Because Ian Rapoport didn't say fireworks casually in his little montage about the squad. He understands the situation. He's plugged in, guys. Massive cap space, an aggressive GM, a rookie QB window. Brother, the ingredients are there. Adam Peters, you are on the clock. Because this is a defining moment for you and Dan Quinn. And this is possibly the most important offseason in the Jayden Daniels era. Fireworks gonna light the sky up. Or let's not talk about the or. But let's find out which is which. Now I want to hear from you in the comment section. What is the one move they absolutely have to make in the free agency situation? Do they need to make sure they come away with free agency with an elite pass rusher? Do they need to get a top end corner? Do they need to go into the wide receiver and make a splash in the wide receiver market? What are the most important things that you want to see coming out of free agency? And, you know, obviously these are priority free agents, you know what I'm saying? So hit that like, hit that subscribe. Y'all know I'll be active in the comments, brothers and sisters. I'm going to see y'all in the next one, man. This was Gerard BTV, man. We out of here.